That I've used up all my space in my phone. We'll try my son's phone. But as you see, here is a real example of GE having a bunch of different industries. And if you look over here on this side, you see that we're talking about corporate strategies. So all of a sudden the idea is at a corporate level, like come back over here, what parts of these are good? What parts of these are bad? What do we need to get out of? What's the future of our company, etc. These are the things that we're kind of looking when we're talking about corporate strategy. So why don't we go over there? If you don't mind, we'll go ahead and do this and try to do it quickly so we can put chapter 6 behind us. All right. All right. So what are we going to do here? We're going to try to understand what it means to have corporate level managers, corporate level strategies of concentration, vertical integration, both related and unrelated diversification, mergers and acquisitions, joint ventures, international development, and their advantages and disadvantages of each, and the appropriate use of the portfolio model. So in other words, here we are, you're the head of GE, you've got all this, you can't tell me there isn't things you can get rid of here, that there isn't things you should be putting your resources toward. Understand this. If you've heard nothing else I've said today, I think this is the only important part. Okay? Look, how many businesses do we know run around from fire to fire to fire to fire? Okay? In other words, dealing with the trouble. Oh, this is going on that's bad. Oh, and so imagine the amount of resources that you're wasting taking care of the bad. Forget it. Stop it. Quit. Okay? Wouldn't you much rather focus your energy and your resources on the good? Cut off the bad. You can never help those who will not help themselves, nor should you, or would you even want to. And in business, all it's doing is sucking your money all away. So just stop it. If it doesn't work, cut it off, get rid of it, go on to the next thing. Okay? Say, well, I'm going to lose some money. I'd much rather you lose a little bit of money than a lot of money. This whole escalation of commitment and the game that we play in our minds, oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll build it up. Oh, we'll do this. Look, the business is gone. It's moved on. Get rid of it. Because there's stuff that might be out there growing at 5-10%. Maybe it should be growing at 30-40% if you devote your energy and time and effort and money into it. Okay? So with that understanding, that's what we're doing here. That's what we're talking about, portfolio management. If you look at our process, we've looked at the internal, external, our strengths and weaknesses. We've set some direction, and now we're forming the strategy. We've seen price differentiation focus. Now we're seeing our business as a whole. Where is it that we want to dedicate our efforts? Then we'll go into strategy implementation and restructuring as we go further. And I'm just going to go through them quickly. Please read this. We know that we set some responsibility based on our mission and in trying to go to look at corporate strategy. Okay, concentration, vertical integration, related and unrelated. Advantages of the concentration strategy: it allows the firm to master one thing and go in depth into it. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to say because I'm sure his phone will run out of space here in a minute as well. There's some disadvantages. Please read them on your own. The primary supply chain, you know well, and you've seen it before, with the primary functions of the raw material, the manufacturing, the final product, warehousing or wholesaling it, and then finally trying to retail the product that you're dealing with. Vertical integration, we've talked a lot about it. Increases efficiency, it says there, better information about suppliers, markets. So we've looked at vertical integration, and we've talked about from the raw resource all the way to the retail shop, and even in addition to that is insurances, warranties, all those things that come with service and money after the sale. Okay, let's see. Integration strategy. Research has found that vertical integration is not particularly a profitable strategy in most cases. So sometimes you'll want to let other areas take care of other things and focus into what you're better at. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything else to share here. Internal ventures that your company can take. I'm not going to share anything there. Mergers and acquisitions, we've talked in the past. It's a way to enter a market really quickly. You can learn new technologies because you're buying them and using them. and you can quickly increase market share. Sometimes I think the biggest problem with mergers and acquisition is the idea of a cultural fit. Here, if you would, the slide, if you would, call it a lack of fit, higher turnover, those kind of things, increased risk, taking the poison pill of having to fire so many people, figure out who you keep, who do you let go, etc. Okay, and there's some of the reasons, ethical concerns, and reasons that sometimes mergers don't work. So I'm glad I was able to share. Research is trying to figure out ways to make mergers and acquisitions work better, and low to moderate debt seems to be quite helpful. High degree of leading to synergy, high degree of relatedness if they're related. Friendly negotiation, no resistance, no hostileness. They see the benefit of both, and you can read the rest of them there, because the idea is, if done well, mergers and acquisitions should be all about sharing resources across the two companies. Joint ventures, as we said, problems with joint ventures, successful alliances, and then the last thing I want to talk about, and here we are at the last chapter, is this portfolio management. I believe this is from the Boston Consulting Group, and the idea is simple, okay? In that when you're at a high growth rate and you've got high competitive position in the market, you might have some stars. Those are the ones making you money. If you have low growth rates, those are some of your cash cows, or your slow but chugging along things. Okay, if you have low growth rate, where the question mark is, okay, you don't know where those businesses are going to be years from now, and why don't you just shoot this over here? So just imagine all of these, mining and marina and power and water resources over here. And if we put them, I'd venture to say that probably healthcare might be a star right now for GE. The power generation or transportation or oil and gas might actually be their cash cow right now. Okay, the dogs, if we had to guess, are at low growth rate and low competitive position. So let's see if we can maybe look around here and try to find some dogs of GE. Okay, food and beverage, consumer goods. I'm not sure what they're doing in that space. Food, GE, really? Beverages? Beverages, that's what it says. Okay, I'm not sure if they're their dogs. Maybe they're their question mark still. Who knows? But the idea is simple, and you all can easily now go and do a Google or search, if you would, on the Boston Consulting Group and kind of figure that out. All right. Hey, I want to thank my son for videotaping this and letting us borrow his telephone. Those kind of things for sure. If I had to just kind of peek over here where we're at now, I did clean up some of the stuff here at Strategic Management and laid out the right title with the right slide. So we looked at the business level strategy, we looked at the corporate level strategy. Next time we'll meet, we're going to do chapter 7 and probably chapter 8. So we'll be completely done with the book next time we meet, and we'll have to start working on our strategic plans. And what I want for midterm is it's right here. It says midterm. I'm going to want a outline of your paper, and that's what I'm looking to try to obtain from you. But I will talk about more about that when we get there. So next time we meet will be the most important chapter, period, strategy implementation. How we actually make this happen in reality. All right. Having said that, guys, thank you for being here. I apologize. I'm out this Monday, but we'll see you guys Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Have a great afternoon. God bless you all.